Now let's take a look at what types of resources are available to you on your text guides. We're going to take a look at 6th grade social studies to do that today. As I launch my text guide, I see familiar information, but now I want to look at it through the lens of resources. On a text guide, there are 3 different types of resources available to you. We have vocabulary strategies to help students acquire knowledge about the words used within the unit. We have engagement and supplementary external resources available, as well as relevant resources available. Let's take a look at all 3. Here we have vocabulary strategies, and for this unit, I have a Quizlet and a card sort from the Teacher Toolkit. Let's take a look and see what those look like. This Quizlet has been written to use the words from the unit so that I can quiz my students on them to see what they know and help them learn. Going back to my text guide, looking at the card sort activity, this card sort has also been created using the words from the unit along with the definition. If I printed these and cut them out, what a great resource to help my students learn the vocabulary necessary to understand the content of the unit. As I continue to scroll down, I see I have more resources from the Texas Performance Standards Project. These are excellent projects that could be done for our advanced students to challenge them to apply the knowledge of the unit to real-world explorations. Let's continue to dig and see what we find. As I'm scrolling through, I'm finding resources and videos from Discovery Education, such as this video on the Berlin Wall. Use this to build background knowledge regarding the Berlin Wall in Germany to let my students be better able to understand how Europe working together is so important. I also see that I have a TED Talk available to me, that I have Google Earth stations and experiences through Google Arts and Culture available. I have different images to help them understand the landscape that we're talking about through Google Earth. And I have more things from the Teacher Toolkit that I can use to help my students understand what we are learning in class. So these engagement ideas and aligned external resources are excellent because they have already been vetted for alignment to the unit goals for what you are going to be studying. Look at all of these options for you. Please know that every text guide is going to look a little bit different depending on what's available for that unit of study and the content that is covered within that unit. There's one more area that I'd like to discuss with you, and that is this relevant unit resources. Under relevant unit resources, you're going to find STAR resources where available, information about your TEKS as necessary, and resources from TEKS resource system to help you in understanding the content of that unit. For example, when I look at these relevant unit resources, I could jump to the TEKS Resource System's Social Studies Performance Assessments with Digital Tools file, which is really just a PDF that contains links to digital tools that would allow my students to be able to complete different performance assessments digitally. So here we go. One of my favorites is the comic strip, and I have 2 different digital tools in which students could create these comic strips virtually. Another I see that deals more with the content of the unit is this vertical vocabulary document. This document helps me as an educator understand when vocabulary is introduced to my students so that I can look for ways to reinforce their understanding of that vocabulary that is so key to them understanding what they're learning. If you have not done so already, it is now time for you to jump into text guides and to begin to explore on your own. Look for the different types of resources, the different types of assessments, and the different types of opportunities that this resource offers to you and your students to enhance and optimize learning. Thank you for your attendance in this course, and if there's ever anything that I can help you with, please let me know. Thank you and have a great day.